I gotta admit, sometimes I feel kind of crazy. Like, I honestly, like, making videos. You ever just feel kind of crazy about, like, I spend a lot of my day doing this, like, making these videos for the internet for total strangers because I honestly do, like, all the time.
Yeah, no, it's sick. It's pretty. I think it's sick in the head if you really think about it.
Yeah, and, I mean, legitimately, when it comes down to it, I think the reason I find that I do it, and it's like no matter how I describe the reason why I do it, I always just kind of feel weird. You know, like don't you feel kind of like a poser or like an imposter or something sometimes?
Oh nah, I feel like Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Like sometimes I gotta put the glasses on and go to class and act like shit's normal. But if the
Nah,
Sandman starts causing a ruckus, I'm gonna run out that. I'm gonna run out that school.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
go home.
honestly, I probably
I'm gonna
never
edit.
will feel. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever feel normal. Just the whole idea of, I come home and I either record gameplay or I write a script or voice or edit or anything. I mean, you'll just see me cooped up in my room most of my day, and it's like for what? Sometimes I do
It's
have that thought.
weird. Yeah, it's weird, and like it's like 10 years ago. That's when it was really weird. Now, like everyone in the mainstream knows about this stuff. Like celebrities now, like try to like post YouTube videos and stream, and everyone like in real life knows about it, and still not everyone does it. But like, it's night and day. It's really night and day of like how accepted it is now. But I still don't feel normal doing it. I don't think I'll ever feel normal doing it.
Yeah, I think I'll ever be like, I think I'll always be judging myself a little, but I really got to drop it. And I think everyone should drop it because it is such a creative, fun hobby to me. And I just don't think I'd be the person I am today if I didn't do YouTube and make videos. And, a lot of people will find it a lot more interesting than I will. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I
I don't
feel like
know,
I
man.
blew up by accident and like I had every excuse to stop because like I didn't have any plans going into it, but I stuck it out just long enough to where it changed my life. You know what I mean? If I didn't stick this out, I would have made a lot less money. And it all was just a crazy snowball effect out of nowhere.
I
So
mean,
it's
yeah,
like I gotta be fucking. I'm very thankful for how like even though how crazy I felt doing this, and I had no growth and I had no identity for a while. It all came together because I didn't overthink it to the point like I had to leave it. You know,
yeah, I find a lot of people want to say they keep telling me, "Oh, man, I want to stream. I want to make videos. I want to do this."
they don't
Like
mean
how
that
many times
shit.
have people told you that?
They
Like
don't mean that
once?
shit.
No, no, some people do. Like they do want to. They got like a little bit of like excitement to do it, but I mean, from
It's
my
like if you go to a
experience,
bar. I don't want to know. It's like when you go to a bar, like the girl you meet at a bar, she's not gonna talk to you the next day. There's like such a slim chance of that happening. That's what this is. Like people don't actually mean their word. They'll tell
well,
you
I think
everything.
they
Yeah.
kind of do. Like I think people generally want to create something. I think everyone kind of has a hankering in some way to want to create something, but in from my experience, it's like a lot of people don't know where to start. The mountain looks too high, and they don't like it enough to stick it through like the downer months.
Yeah. And then there's people who genuinely have no creative bone in their body and they just want to consume. They're consuming like they're the guy at KFC who just 500 pounds, just fucking shoving it down his throat. You know what I mean? Like he's just a consumer. He's not gonna
The
cook the food.
ultimate
He eats it.
consumer.
He just
Yeah, but
eats it.
like,
And that's
but
okay. I
sometimes
don't
you have,
care.
yeah, but sometimes when you eat something, you're like, man, I wish I could make that. Oh
No,
wait,
no.
hang on.
I've.
I think I'm burning my food. I'll be right back. Here, you say something.
All right. Well, see, this is why you can't always be the cook because you're gonna burn your food. You should have just consumed it and just know your role. It's all it comes out. You gotta know your role. If you're the consumer, cool. You're the consumer. I want to talk shit about people cooking the food, and you know, if you're the cook, yeah, you know what, you're gonna cook some bad stuff here and there. You might burn the cake. You might make a pizza that's not that good. It's gonna start off rough. You're not even gonna know how to cook it first. You got to go through the ebbs and flows of it. Learn. Teach yourself. Everything's online. I could learn any job probably through YouTube. I could just search up, hey, how do I become a welder? How do I become a truck driver?
A
You know?
welder. Oh man, that's kind of specific. I just made my nachos. They're just tortilla chips with shredded cheese.
But
And
you,
I always
you
throw like
just gave a
spices on
perfect
them.
example. That's why you shouldn't be the chef sometimes, because you'll burn your shit. You know what I mean? So the
It's
consumer
not
could
burnt.
consume.
No, I got it in time. I got it in
The
time.
consumer could, but it's the point of it. The consumer has to could just consume sometimes. Okay, I blindlessly consume a lot of bad stuff,
I mean,
just
that's just
terrible
being
stuff.
human, right? But I think like legitimately it's tough to really tell people why they should do YouTube though. Like do you ever find it's like
No, I honestly I wouldn't advise you to do it. I would say if you want to go do it, try it, but like don't feel like you have to do it. It's not easy. It's not
well
easy to
yeah,
stick through.
it's a lot of work and it's really hard to get anywhere on it. But a lot of
And
people
like,
will say I want to do it, but I feel like this hurdle and that hurdle. Like I've been told so many times like oh, I'm almost ready to do it, but I think I'm close. And it's like I say that about making music a lot, and I really think that I ought to kind of listen to my own advice and just say pull the trigger. Cuz you're always going to start with like some really low quality stuff. You're always going to make mistakes. That's just part of it. And if you don't actually do anything, then you're toast.
yeah, I agree. Cause I mean, that's the thing though. It's just like, cause people don't want to go through shit. You know what I mean? People don't want to go through shit, bro. Especially these kids nowadays, and like even grown-ups. Like, no, there's a lot that comes with this, bro. Like, you can get judged at any second. You get no growth. Most people probably don't even get monetized, bro.
This video
Like, you know how
itself
crazy it is to
just
get monetized?
yeah, honestly, it's what is it like 800 subs now? It was 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours when I first started, and I remember hitting that thinking I just like
And it's so
solved
competitive, bro.
some huge puzzle. But yeah, it's insanely competitive. But I think anyone can do it. I think anyone can do YouTube realistically if they have the drive and the passion to do it. I don't think it's for
Hmm.
everyone, but if you want to do it, like it is a great like stress relief on occasion. Sometimes it's a stress source, but it's such a creative way to go about things, you know.
Yeah, so like I don't yeah, so I believe it. Like yeah, it's all about your intentions, right? And like balancing it. And that's a whole different conversation. I guess we got to talk strictly to the people who like see YouTube and like, damn, I want to make money and do my thing and have views on it. Like you're just kind of like even think about it. Like doesn't that sound like a perfect world? Like it's never that perfect. You know what I mean? Like I you hate when like I hear content creators like try to like spill like, "Oh, you could do exactly what I'm doing." And I think I've said that before. Bro, it's a lie. You got to do some shit low key that all the top guys aren't doing. You got to do some shit the complete opposite.
No, these nachos are low key like really good. I put like
So,
paprika and red
so what was
pepper
I
flakes
saying? I
on them.
was saying,
You were talking about how people like to, and I agree with you. Like it's like these guys pretend that oh, just do what I do and it will succeed for you. That's not at all close
you
to
got
the
to do the
truth.
opposite because those are the elites in the niche you want to go to. So let's say like Moist Critical came out. I'm not saying this, but let's say Moist Critical came and said, you know what? Do exactly what I do, guys. No, he's the worst blueprint ever because he has the game on lock. He's been on YouTube for 17 years. He's an OG. You got to literally do everything that he's not doing. Like the way I competed with Moist Critical is okay. I can't do commentaries and popular topics and videos like him from my abilities. So I had to do it in shorts in a lot more condensed way and try to be on it as soon as possible. So like you know what I mean? Like you gotta attack stuff how you probably don't want to attack it because it's not that easy. I wish I could be like Nick Merckx and just play fucking any game with Tim the Tatman and then laugh. No, I gotta do shit that I might get redundant of, might get boring of. I think people making those gun videos on Call of Duty wanna keep making the same gun
It's a
build every
chore.
day.
It's an
It
absolute chore.
becomes
But it
yeah.
becomes but they enjoy it at least enough or they get enough money out of it to where they get some sort of reason to keep coming back. And there's a lot of people out there, this really frustrates me is how many people are out there trying to tell you exactly how to do YouTube and what you should do to succeed. And sometimes there's some legit advice like vidIQ gives some fantastic advice. I mean, they're built for it and They give you some little ins on what works, and I've used them sometimes and used some of their tools, and I really do recommend it. But there's other people out there that I remember watching, and they kind of pretend like they're like the boss and they're in charge of knowing everything about how to blow up on YouTube, and it's honestly just like kind of ridiculous because yeah, they made it there, and sure, they could definitely have some good advice. But what I keep hearing from them, either they're trying to sell you some program, or again, like you said, they're trying to tell you to do exactly what they're doing. Get my exact setup, get this. And what if you don't like doing what they do? What if you'd rather make videos on a totally different topic? Well, I think the best general advice, like aside from what we just said of just do it as a hobby, I mean, first of all, do it as a hobby. Like, I have no idea what you're thinking if you're just expecting to make a loads of money off TikTok or YouTube or live streaming out the gate, unless you're literally stealing people's content and reposting it, or you're like a slop channel, you know, like just I don't know if you know what I mean by slop channels.
Yeah.
Like there's some shorts channels that are just reposting the same video hundreds of times. Some are like bots and they're just trying to farm views. I'm not even joking. It's like identical video files, and it's just like you genuinely just need to just go your own way, but use other people's advice sparingly. But I think the best advice I can give you is don't really listen to advice. I mean, yeah, but like look at what works instead. Look at successful thumbnails. Look at successful titles, topics, trends. If you find a small YouTuber that's suddenly blowing up, learn from what they did and kind of adjust it and match it to fit your style or the stuff you do. Like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta study the niche, study the game, and also see how you could just not be another pawn trying to do what everyone's doing. It's a whole big bag of like consistency, and is your shit good, and does the niche need you, and is the niche, like willing to accept you, all that, along with, I hate to break it, is like a whole different topic, but people missed out on the shorts run. I got blessed by it. That's
Oh
why I
yeah.
never took shorts for granted.
I got a lot
I
from
feel
shorts
like,
too. Not as much as you,
yeah.
but like
I mean,
I'm
you
just
had
saying
millions, and people could have had millions, but instead they sit
I've
there.
heard a lot
And I'm
of
sick of people just sitting
naysaying,
there
you
and
know?
saying, "Oh, I don't think this will be good for me." Oh, it's like you don't even give it a chance, bro. Like
Yeah.
you could take advantage of something that isn't good. Like you could be the
You
best
adapt. That's how
at the
you win.
shit thing. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
it's
Like I
just
don't.
yeah. It's just like war. Like the people who lose wars are the people that refuse to adapt and they hang on to tradition. Oh, I don't like that vertical format. It's brain rot. I'm above that. It's like then adapt it to a way that it isn't brain rot. Like look at you've seen my shorts, like and your shorts. They're not like brain rotty. You cover like little fun little short topics on news, and I'm over here making like micro video essays with the same low key atmosphere and tone.
Yeah. Now
I'm
the
just
three
like,
minutes plus. You
yeah,
have 3 minutes.
now
Yeah,
it's no
you
longer
don't think
brain
it's
rot.
consistent.
It frustrates
So
me when people just kind of lock down in their own beliefs, and that is seriously what causes people to not succeed sometimes, because if you refuse to innovate, if you refuse to try this new platform and take a leap, give it an experiment, then you're only going to miss out on it, you
yeah,
know.
and that's the whole mindset of some people. Why they don't have the consistency, they don't have the mindset of just like doing what they gotta do. Yeah, like
Mhm.
people have the mindset just like straight up like, bro, like I don't know, like it's not easy. Like I'm not gonna lie, YouTube's not fucking easy, bro.
Oh
It
yeah,
seems very
looking at the
easy.
low views, like my last
I
video made
would
4,000 views, dude. No, that kind of hurts. But
I
4,000
would
is still a
never have
lot of
done
people.
YouTube. Yeah, I would have never have done YouTube if it didn't get kind of like put on my plate. Like I didn't have a setup or anything. I posted clips from the Xbox One of a game I was playing, and they started popping the hell off. And I don't even know why I started posting them. It's like,
Yeah.
so I can't even come from the perspective of like, yeah, I really want to do this stuff. I really want to get into it
That's why you got
because
to
that's
keep it
like a
as a
whole
hobby
mindset I
at
didn't have.
first.
Yeah,
Because you keep it as a hobby and you leave that option open. Where could it possibly lead me?
yeah.
And
So I mean,
I mean, when I'm looking at those things, I've also seen people say, "Oh, it doesn't work for me." Well, you're clearly doing something wrong, because this whole algorithm thing is just a huge myth. I mean, yeah, there is an algorithm, but it fine tunes to what viewers are looking at. And if you can't just blame the algorithm and say, "Bless me, algorithm," or "Woo," No, you can't rely on this machine to care about you. And then when it doesn't care about you, get shocked. It's like, that's not how it works. And the algorithm has been finely tuned to follow what viewers are looking for. And truth be told, if you don't like make a good short or make a good video, it's going to flop. That's just the truth of it. You could make the most high quality video in the world too. It could be an objectively fantastic video, but if there's no audience for it and it's not clickable or marketable, if the thumbnail's whack and the title's boring and all of that, no one's gonna click on it, and you only have
You gotta
yourself
get
to blame.
You gotta get good. Yeah, there's a skill thing, and I'm at that level. Be like, yeah, like I'm fucking nice. Like I could do whatever I want. No, cause like you try to just gotta cover up your patches and know what the niche wants, because like what's a good example? It's kind of like a spy. Like you ever see like the spy movies where like they're like robbing the hotel bank, they're all in the suits and they're trying to like talk to the Bluetooth, trying to like coordinate how they're gonna rob the bank and all that. That's how you gotta kind of treat YouTube. Like you gotta really strategize. Like okay, I'm gonna do this niche, but I gotta put this twist on it. And I gotta do these kind of shorts, and I gotta do it for like probably like 8 months to a year, and give it time to see even if it even has a chance to build an audience. And
Hmm.
yeah, then like that's a long process and road you gotta get to just kind of get a taste of that gold, you know?
Yep. And I mean, like, I feel like we've kind of exhausted our tips. I mean, you probably got some more too. I don't know, but from
That's
what?
basically it. If you don't know what we're saying from this video, you're kind of lost. I hate to break it to you. If
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
come away
If
with this, what you got to
yeah,
do, you're kind of just lost. I don't know what to
I
say.
feel like, and I feel like anyone can make videos as long as they have a smartphone and like an internet connection. Like there
Yeah.
shouldn't. I mean, maybe if you want to make gaming videos, you're probably gonna want a PC. But you can probably make gaming news videos in the meantime if you really want to get started. You could go, "Have you seen this
Yep.
article about the new Call of Duty 18? Oh my
Yep, you,
gosh."
you use CapCut, it auto generates captions. Every streamer now wants certified clippers who get paid $150 around
You
per
can hone
million
your craft
views.
doing that. And there's whole
And
discords for it, right?
yeah, you literally don't. Yeah, you just join a Discord of a top streamer, you get a part of the clipping Discord, and you could literally just start making money for just clipping people's streams you watch, and you can do it all on your phone.
Yeah,
You have no excuse.
the only
You
thing
can
you'll
go
really
get it
need
if
is
you
like a
want
good
it.
mic, you
Yeah,
know.
it's not gonna be easy. And if you don't want to do it, I respect it. I respect you for not wanting to do it. It's your choice.
I mean,
Balls in your
most people
court.
probably don't want to do it, but if you do want to do it, it is possible. The tools are free too. DaVinci Resolve, use that for editing if you got a desktop computer. CapCut, like like Relax mentioned, there are so many options for you. It's almost like easier than ever to create content or videos or streams. But why are we doing this? Like, why are we doing this whole channel, this side thing?
Yeah, so I don't know. My motivation, I wouldn't call why I'm doing this, why I think I'm doing this is because, like I said before, and kind of hinted at, not everyone knows my story with this. I basically came from, yes, I had no setup, nothing going. I put away doing YouTube in my kid years. Then early 20s, I was just kind of followed YouTube fell on my lap. Like I had a channel blow up overnight without putting my face or name on it. I got scammed and robbed out of $200 a month because I didn't want to voice my own channel.
Voice your
And this
own
guy,
channel, guys, or just get a robot to at that point. Although I'd rather you don't use an AI. That's
that's what I'm saying.
gross.
You gotta go like people really gotta you gotta just live it, go through it. I was living life and this YouTube channel popped on my lap and I just said for some reason I said, you know what, I'm gonna take as far as it could go because it kind of just fell on my lap and let's just run with it. And I don't know why. I
Yep.
really can't tell you why I didn't give up. I feel like it's gotta be a personality trait. For this thing too, I just had enough grit to do it. And I said I wanted to see it through. And now I'm gonna keep seeing it through till I don't know. I probably won't hang up the headset till I'm probably like 29.
Yeah, I probably won't hang it up until I'm old. But why I do it, I mean, I've always liked creating things. Creativity is just, I don't know, I've just always been about it. I mean, I just finished making the the profile picture, the default PFP gradient. It just popped into my head, but
Yeah, shit's
I mean,
fire.
thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you were here helping me. You came up with the idea to make a default PFP, but
I'm a big default PFP guy. I think
yeah,
default PFPs are really important.
that Discord moment where you were just acquiring PFPs was brain dead.
Yep.
You were just getting all those default.
I love the Goku hair default PFP.
I love the D when you're just the D.
The YouTube standard. Yeah, there's a lot of. We should do a default PFP tier list one day. I think
Yeah,
that'd
we
be great.
should. We should. That'd be great. That's actually a great idea. I want to do that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to be a YouTube something or another, a video maker for a long, long time, and I'm happy that I managed to somehow figure out the skills and pick it up and get on the ground running and meet you guys through it. And but relax, why are we making this new channel? Like, what is this whole thing about?
I think it's a good. Honestly, like what you said, this is a really good creative outlet. I think speaking unfilteredly is what I've wanted to do as a YouTube channel for a while, and I never really had, I guess, say the confidence or like the whole like buy all in to do it. And I think having Nikos along board makes me kind of give it that push. And just to see how I feel like you see how content's changed, where everyone has a second channel where they kind of just talk about unfiltered shit. I
Yeah.
love podcasts. I think this is the new wave, and I really do enjoy just like back and just we do this anyway off camera, so why not just talk about the
Why
shit we
not talk about
passionately
this?
see,
We already
news,
talk about all this.
topics.
We like, I think I'm sick and tired of hearing us talk about YouTube. I mean, I feel like that's a necessary start, like about TikTok, YouTube, live stream, content creation in general, because like
Yeah.
this is such a meta way to start a first channel. It's like, oh, it's a YouTube video about YouTube, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is just fun. I think this is gonna be a fun little side thing. I mean, I'm excited, and yeah, I just kind of want to put thoughts out there and kind of just create stuff because my videos take me for freaking ever to finish. So hey, this is something cool to do every now and then. It should take like no effort.
Yeah. It's okay, even though you have a wife, the side.
Oh,
I can't.
not the
I'm not making
side
that
piece.
joke off. I'm good. All
The
right.
side piece.
Let's end this video. Just fucking
That's
bro.
great.
Just
No,
fucking
no,
end
no,
it.
no, no, no. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Um. Okay, yeah, I'm ending the video. Okay, we're done.